To God be the glory. Respected Reverend Dr. Rustam Kaiser Ian Jeffrey, DD, PhD, Advisor, International Mission Director. And today I'm reading Pastor's writing. We have come to the end of the book of Revelation, and we are just briefly looking at seven churches, and today is a church of Pergamos and a Thyatira. We are going to see that, and this church Pergamos is a 314 right up 606 marriage, that compromising church, and Thyatira is 590 right up 1517 controversial sacrifice, that corrupted church. And we are going to see that both churches. Then now I come to refer to the Bible, book of Revelation, chapter 1 verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the word of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And today is we are going to see the church of Thyatira. I'm going to see the church, that unto the church in Pergamos, it's a Pergamos, write these things which he which hath a sharp sword with a two-edged. I know thy work, and where thou dwellest, even where the Satan's seat is, and thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, and even those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. But I have a few things against thee, because thou wast there then that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed unto idols, and to commit fornication. So hast thou also then that all the doctrine of Nicolaitans, which are things I hate. Repent, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. And is a promise. And he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him that overcome, I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. And this is the promise God has promised to his children, and for the church of Pergamos. And and the bread of heaven. In this letter, the risen Christ promises two things to the man who overcomes. First is a share of the hidden manna to eat. Here is a Jewish conception which has been two aspects. When the children of Israel had no food in the desert, God gave manna to eat. When that need of the manna passed, that the memory did not. A part of manna was put into the ark and laid before God in the Holy of Holies, in the tabernacle of temple. Early in the 6th century BC, the temple which Solomon had built was destroyed, and that rabbis had a legend that when that happened, Jeremiah hid away the pot of manna in a cleft in Mount Sinai, and then when the Messiah comes, it will be written, and the pot of manna would be discovered again. To a Jew, to eat of the manna means to enjoy the blessing of the Messianic age. To a Christian, it means to enter into the blessings of the new world, which would emerge when the kingdom comes. Of the manna, if it said, this is the bread which the Lord has given to you to eat. The manna is called a grain of heaven, and it's said to be the bread of angels. Here the manna means heavenly food. In that case, John would be saying, this is world you cannot share with the heathen in the feast, because you cannot sit down and eat meat within a part of the sacrifice that has been offered to idols. You may think that you are be called upon to give up much, but the day will come when you will feast with heaven upon heavenly food. And then we are going to see the church in Thyatira, and Thyatira, Thyatira 9 AD 590, right of 1517, controversial sacrifice, the corrupted church, and unto the angel of the church in Thyatira writes, there things says Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto the flame of fire, and his feet are like a fine brass. I know thy work, and love, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and the last to be a more than a first. Nevertheless, notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou suffered that the woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication, and ye overcome. I keep my works unto the ends of him, will give him power over the nations. And God's promise is that if you overcomes, and God will give and to the Thyatira promise and threats. The letter to the Thyatira finishes with a series of the great promises. Jezebel has been given all that latitude and the divine mercy can give her. If she does not repent, she will be cast into the bed of sickness, and her paramours and followers will be shared of fate. This will be proof to all men that indeed the risen Christ, as that be authorized versions, as it searches the minds and the hearts. That pros is a B translation, Jeremiah 12:9. Jeremiah, the progressive, searching the innermost thoughts of man, belongs to God. But in the Revelation, as so often that be prerogative of God, have become the prerogative of the risen Christ. And this area point here, when we begin to study the letter to Thyatira, we saw that anyone coming into that church for the first time would have believed it to be a scaring with a life and a fruitful in every good works. No doubt those who prospered in their business because of their compromise with the world. To those who are faithful, the promise is made, and it is twofold. The first part come from Psalms 2:8-9. Ask of me, and I will make the nations your heritage, and the ends of the earth your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron, and dash them with the pieces like in a potter's vessel. In a Jewish belief, that was a messianic psalms, thinking of the conquering Messiah, who would smash the heathens and extend the rule of Israel and the city of Israel to the ends of the earth. But it has also been one of the great missionary claim that promise, ask of me, and I will make a nations your heritage. It's actually meaning souls come to the knowledge of God. The second part is that the promise of the morning star. Four main interpretation have been given here. It is taken as a promise of the first resurrection, as the morning star rises after the night, so that a Christian will be rise after the night of death, when he die and will be resurrected as a morning star. It is taken as the conquest of the Lucifer. Lucifer is the devil, the angel who was so proud that he rebelled against God and was cast over the bottomless of hell. Lucifer means light bearer, is a brighter, and it is the name of the morning star. If that so, this is a promised complete power over Satan and over sin. And I thank you very much. May God bless you all richly. Tirzahyadav signing off. Amen.